Are you looking for the best tent stakes? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best tent on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. MSR Mini Groundhog. The lightweight and user-friendly 6-pack MSR Mini Groundhog is our top recommendation for anyone heading into the backcountry for overnight trips. There is good reason why MSR has kept this stake around for decades, and why its design has been imitated many times over. The tri-beam, Y-beam, stake, made of aircraft-grade 7075 aluminum, drives into most sediment types we tested well and simply stays put in the face of strong forces. The shape and notched guyline placement points allow the Mini Groundhog to be placed in any direction, adding convenience when setting up camp. We are surprised that despite its shorter length, it doesn't suffer a significant loss in holding power compared to longer models we tested, which we attribute to its design. The shorter length makes for easier installation by hand and foot, allowing you to keep a stabilizing heel on the ground with a boot placement. The paracord loop on each stake is helpful in removing them from the ground, although some ultralighters will remove it to save weight. Despite being our favorite model for backpacking, the MSR Mini Groundhog has some downsides. As is the case with many stakes, these can be hard to remove by hand in hard, firm soil despite the help of the pull cord. The aluminum construct makes them lightweight, but also more prone to bending or breaking. The thin neck at the notch, which helps keep guylines in place, is an obvious weak point. We found it easier than others to install by stepping on it with our boots, but care is still required to get a decent placement and prevent unnecessary bending or breaking. That said, we should note almost any tent stake we tested or have ever used personally is relatively easy to bend, so we always recommend careful use. Overall, the MSR Mini Groundhog is an excellent option for beginner backpackers wanting to spruce up their tent pitching accessories and experienced outdoors people alike. At number 2. Urax Galvanized. Showing impressive stability in sand and scoring among the best for holding power and durability, the 10-pack of Urax galvanized 10-inch round tent pegs proved to be an excellent option for front country staking needs. With the help of a hammer or mallet, these stakes can be installed into hard and soft sediment easily. In our tests, they consistently and reliably hold up to the task at hand. The Urax pegs come with 4 10-foot guylines and a polypropylene replacement top to ensure adequate preparedness for campground needs and repairs. The various guyline attachment points and straightforward installation make the Urax galvanized pegs easy to use and reliable when installed fully into the ground. The long steel pegs are the opposite of backcountry models that favor lightweight materials that aren't as durable. Any stake can get bent, but the Urax is one of the least likely. There are few differences between the Urax galvanized pegs and the similar Coleman 10-inch steel. The Urax is a little heavier, but as these are intended for camping, we aren't concerned by the minor weight difference. We wouldn't take either set on backpacking trips. We think the Urax presents a better value overall, as they come with replacement parts and extra guylines that are not included with the Coleman set. While these stakes are galvanized steel, they are still thin metal and still capable of bending. Like any stake, it's a good idea to carefully drive these stakes when working in firm and rocky sediment. Once the stake is bent, installation becomes more challenging. We also recommend getting a hammer to help drive long, thick stakes like these into the ground. Overall, the Urax galvanized pegs are still significantly stronger than most. It's a reliable heavy-duty option that performs admirably in campsites that don't range far from your parking spot. At number 3. All-One Tech 12-pack. The best lightweight value in our review, the All-One Tech 12-pack tri-beam, Y-beam, aluminum tent stakes receives top marks across all measured metrics. The All-One Tech stake provides a great balance of length, design, and weight to achieve a powerful hold while still being a manageable size to take into the backcountry. Its tri-beam design and notched guyline placement points allow for multi-directional placements, and the included stuff sack provides an easy and convenient way to keep stakes together and packed away. While installing by foot can be tricky, even having the stake halfway in the ground proved durable and secure. And with 12 stakes at a low price, you can afford to bend or break a few while still having plenty of stakes to hold down the fort. Dedicated backpackers will more likely prefer the lower weight and smaller pack size of the MSR Mini Groundhog or Vargoti. The All-One Tech is bulkier and heavier. Installation with a hammer is straightforward in all types of ground, but installing the All-One Tech stakes by hand and foot can be difficult. The taller nature makes it challenging to have a stabilizing heel on the ground when using your foot for installation. Instead of packing a hammer into the backcountry, a flat rock is a decent substitute. When the stake is fully set into firm and hard ground, removal can be difficult even with the assistance of the attached cord, demonstrating some serious holding power. The All-One Tech stands out as an excellent value for weight-conscious backpackers and weekend warriors. At number 4. Orange Screw Ultimate Ground Anchor. If you often set up camp with a canopy tent on the beach or other areas with soft sediment, the Orange Screw Ultimate Ground Anchor is the stake for you. Its screw design, flexible plastic material, and length are the perfect recipe for a lightweight, durable, robust holding power machine in loose sediment where other stake designs struggle. Another bonus is that these screws do not require a hammer or an awkward balancing act to install by foot. Rather, they use a plastic tube that threads through the top of the anchor for extra leverage to screw in by hand. Even if the anchor can only be installed 50% into the ground, the natural flexibility of the plastic and effective traction of the screw in the ground still provides an awesome hold. Where the orange screw doesn't shine is in hard, rocky ground. The main challenge in tough rocky earth is gaining initial traction with the anchor. As rocks shift and get dislodged as the anchor tries to dig in, it loosens up the ground, reducing any traction the anchor might have had initially. This limitation to soft sediment already largely disqualifies these stakes from backcountry use, while the bulky size of these screws makes them an unrealistic option for backpacking as well. Overall, the orange screw is a durable option for staking applications requiring a strong hold in both horizontal and vertical directions of pull in soft to firm conditions. While you likely won't see these miles away from the trailhead, there are plenty of uses like backyard canopies, camping, and festivals where these stakes can shine, plus the fact that it is made of recycled materials is an added bonus.